It's safe to say the Miami Dolphins have looked pretty rough to start out this NFL season, but today I'm here to completely rebuild them. And I have somewhat of a semi-realistic plan to get the Miami Dolphins back on track. Hopefully, obviously, we got to choose the team here, and we're going to choose Developmental Wizard for our coach. We're going to customize him very quickly. But I just want to say the plan here is I want to tank this first season, draft a certain player who I will mention a little later on. Hopefully he will develop well, carry me through the next couple, maybe 1 to 2 seasons, and we should be a contender. We'll just have to see. My goal is to hopefully make this a complete turnaround of a team in 2 to 3 years with a different quarterback. And taking a look at the base team right now, Tua Tagovailoa, I am sorry, dude, but you are just not cutting it. You've been in the league for some years now. It's just not happening. I don't like Tua for this team, honestly, anymore. Tyreek Hill, kind of a problem. He has regressed, in my opinion, so Tyreek Hill might be gone. Defense has a couple of good guys, Jalen Phillips, Kenneth Grant, obviously, as well, but some of these guys are also not very good as well, so we're going to have to fix some of the defensive issues as well. Still like Devon Achane, Daniels as well for the guard position I love. So we're going to be trading away some of these guys. Again, we're going to try and tank this first season as much as possible. And there goes Tua for a couple premium round picks and Julian Blackmon to help out our defense a little bit. So we've traded Matt Judon and Tua so far. Tyreek Hill's up next, so we're basically trading for great value Tyreek and Marquise Hollywood Brown. We're getting Leo Chenal, we're getting a 3rd round pick, and also a 6th round pick. So Tyreek, again, been a bit of a problem. He has regressed a little bit. We'll send him back to the Chiefs. We're also going to trade Darren Waller for a 5th round pick. Again, I don't think Darren Waller is really going to be able to help us out too much. We got Quinn Ewers starting, and here is our team. We have Waddle starting, Marquise Brown. We still have some studs on this team, but again, I really want this team to go ahead, tank for me. If they go 0-17, fine, it's okay, and they actually do go 0-17. Wow, I was being a little sarcastic about that, but they actually went 0-17. They didn't win a single game, and, it is what it is, man. And taking a look, they had some pretty brutal losses, a couple close losses, a lot of them being pretty brutal, though. And we're going to get the first overall pick of this draft. Quinn Ewers, a little over 3,000 yards, 15-14 ratio. Devon Achane, solid year. Waddle, kind of a down year for him. Malik Washington kind of went off for whatever reason. But, hey, man, we'll be taking Arch Manning. Here is the guy I want, Arch Manning. I know, actually, in real life, Arch, been a little rocky so far, but I still have hope that Arch Manning could be good for this team. Again, we have the first overall pick, so Arch Manning is a lock for us. We're going to go ahead, sign a few players back that I think will help us out depth-wise and for the team long-term. I actually think Marquise Brown is a solid, fast guy. Again, still want this offense to be pretty fast-paced. Julian Blackmon, the strong safety we got from the Tua trade, still want him. He's a very solid safety at an 81 overall with Star Dev. I think he can be a big help even after only just 1 season. Jalen Phillips, again, another solid player. I think we'll go ahead and re-sign him for a couple years. Again, I want to try and turn around this Dolphins team in, again, a matter of 2 or 3 years possibly. We'll just have to see how Arch Manning's development goes and how the Madden sim will treat us, because you never know, man. You just never know. Jack Jones, we'll get him as a depth piece again. Now that we have tanked and we have the first overall pick, we've acquired a lot of capital as well. We can sign some high free agents like Kyle Pitts here. He's on the free agent market. We're going to try and get Kyle Pitts. We're going to try and load up for Arch Manning as much as possible. Taylor Moton, an offensive lineman stud. Hopefully he'll be able to protect Arch Manning for us. That is definitely the goal for this season. And again, I'm trying to make this rebuild, semi-realistic. I don't want to go too crazy, but I'm also not going to be, nitty-gritty about it as well on this one. And taking a look at the rest of the free agents, not sure any others can really help too much. Wide receiver free agent class is not looking that great at all. We got Kyle Pitts and Noah Fant. We might try for both of those actually just to get some new blood on the tight end front. Jalen Watson, again, I do want some depth corners. Jalen Watson might actually be starting for us this year. We'll have to see how that turns out. We'll go ahead and try and sign him here. We're also going to try and trade for a player, Kyler Gordon. I think our secondary is absolute buns, so I think we should try and trade for some solid stud corners, and I do think Kyler Gordon definitely fits in that. Greg Newsome as well, I do believe fits in that, so we'll have Newsome, we'll probably have Gordon, and probably Jalen Watson as well starting. Cam Smith, a failed high round draft pick, unfortunately, but Cam Smith is unfortunately gone for us. Jordan Brooks is solid, but I think we can get rid of him, if I'm being honest. We can upgrade with Patrick Queen. We'll get of them a couple late round picks as well for the Steelers. Again, want to sign Noah Fant. We all want to get some, some speed, a little bit of new blood into the tight end room, like I said. So not a bad pickup, hopefully, if he signs with us. And we're also signing for Charles Grant as well. So we should have Charles Grant, Taylor Moton for the O-line for Arch Manning. And here he is. He is, in fact, a top fit for the Miami Dolphins. It looks like he's looking pretty solid with the physicals as well. Again, this is the Arch Manning of Madden, so he should hopefully progress pretty dang well for us, especially in his rookie season. Again, we're giving him quite a bit of help as well. We are moving on to our next pick, round 2, pick 1. Cornell Tate from Ohio State actually looks pretty solid. I wouldn't mind some wide receiver depth, and we're going to go ahead and draft him A- grade. Oh, actually B- grade, but he is hidden dev, and wow, 92 speed, really good stats. So I'm pretty happy with that stack right there of Arch Manning, Cornell Tate. We'll, draft a few more players, but after this draft, I will say I might go the Rams method and go F them picks and just go basically all in onto this team with trades and free agency to hopefully win the Super Bowl. We'll have to see how all that plays out, but I do want to get some guys just in case we do need to develop some guys over the course of the next couple years. We'll take a look at maybe some other cornerbacks, possibly. Not sure if I want. Again, I do want to make sure that I get some pretty high premium players, especially since we completely tanked and we have some pretty high draft picks as well. Anthony Hill could be interesting right here. We'll go ahead, try and take him. He is normal dev, solid stats wise, but normal dev, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. He might develop into something, you never dang know. But we went ahead, simmed the rest of the draft. Again, we have Arch Manning, Cornell Tate, which are our premium guys, Anthony Hill, LaMarcus Huntington, who is a cornerback. We also have a couple of other players as well who are left edge, and a fullback, actually, which is kind of crazy. But, hey, Arch Manning starting out an 80 overall is absolutely crazy. Again, he's hidden dev. Cornell Tate will probably be our wide receiver 3, so hopefully he'll develop over this year. Again, we still have Devon Achane, Marquise Brown, Jalen Waddle. Arch Manning has a pretty dang good supporting cast. His tackles are also amazing, and stats-wise, Arch Manning is looking pretty well. Again, we have Kyle Pitts, Noah Fant. So we got some firepower on this offense for Arch Manning in his first year. Center and left guard, kind of a lot to be desired there, but still they'll be solid for us. Patrick Queen right there, Jalen Phillips. We have Chop Robinson, Minka Fitzpatrick as well. We also do have Zach Sealer, Kenneth Grant as star dev. A lot of star dev players, which is pretty good to see. Hopefully they'll develop into superstar. But hey, man, even if they are just star dev, they will probably help this team out in quite a lot of ways. But here we are into our next season of 2026, taking on the New England Patriots to start off the season. We'll quickly sim through this game, maybe watch a drive, see how this new Dolphins team with Arch Manning is. So far, 7-0, now 10-0, 13-0. No points from the Patriots so far. And now we are in the fourth quarter. And so far, it looks like Arch Manning and the Dolphins handling business. Let's see what he does here. It's a 1st and 10. Handoff to Devon Achane up the middle. And it's a pretty good amount of yards. 8 yards on that play. Back to Achane again. Not sure why he made that move. He had a pretty clear lane towards the right side. Instead, decides to go into traffic. It's another handoff and a pretty bad choice. It's 4th and 3. Unfortunately, they'll have to punt. But in the end, they win 19-0 anyway. A tutty for Arch. and almost 200 plus yards for Arch Manning. But 1-0, and now we're going to sim to the playoffs. I expect to make the playoffs. We'll see, though, and I believe we do. We are facing the 11-6 Texans. We barely squeak in with a 10-7 record, but Arch Manning, the rookie, able to get the Dolphins and turn around this 0-17 team to 10-7, which, again, was all a part of my plan. Again, I wanted to tank the first year. The second year was meant to be development for Arch Manning. And after this year, hopefully we can add some more talent around Arch Manning, unless we somehow go on a Cinderella run to the Super Bowl. And then, I guess I can call the rebuild complete, but I kind of doubt that will happen. So we'll have to see about that. Taking a look, we had some pretty good wins in a row, but we also took quite a few L's in a row as well with this Dolphins team. So we'll take a look at Arch Manning's stats. Almost 4,000 yards with 35 tutties, 8 interceptions. You'll just love to see it, man. Devon Achane, almost 1,000 yards, 6 tutties. And Marquise Brown, over 1,100 yards, actually over 1,200. Jalen Waddle, 1 yard away from that 1,000-yard mark, but definitely an improvement for Jalen Waddle here. A couple interceptions for KJ Britt, a couple of interceptions for a lot of people actually all around here. So solid season for the defense and a pretty dang good season for the offense as well. Again, we ended up 10-7, so a solid team and a very solid turnaround in a very short amount of time. But we'll go ahead and see how this Dolphins 10-7 team does against this Houston Texans team, man. So let's go ahead. We'll check it out. We'll see what it's going to be. We're going to play the first drive here with Arch Manning, our new quarterback. Taking a look, we got X wide open. Jalen Waddle with it. Feels smooth, and he'll get us down to the 45-yard line. Again, we're already down 7 points to the first drive for the Miami Dolphins offense. Gonna throw it to Marquise Brown, and he'll get out of bounds. Shows off the speed down to the 27-yard line. Gonna hand it off. Jalen Wright with it, and he'll only get about a couple yards on that play. Second down and 8. Gonna try and hand it off again, and the Texans D-line is swarming on that one. Third down and 9. Arch Manning in the shotgun, looking to dumb it down on the drag to A. It's going to be Kyle Pitts with it, able to actually catch it, and we're at the 7-yard line. First and goal. Arch on the run, looking. It's going to be a touchdown. Miami Dolphins. I believe that is Jalen Waddle with it. Great play. And now we're going to sim most of the rest here. It's 10-7. Oh no, the game is slipping away here. 26 to now 14, and unfortunately we're gonna lose this one 26 to 21. Like I said, man, I doubted we would go on that Cinderella run, but yeah, it looks like the offense did pretty solid. We'll have to make some defensive adjustments, and Arch Manning did in fact win Offensive Rookie of the Year, man. So you'll love to see that from Arch Manning with the Dolphins. That should be really good for his development. Again, I knew it was a long shot to beat the Texans here, but played a hard game. This gives me a lot of hope going forward into year 3. Again, hopefully in year 3 we can get a lot better. Hopefully maybe even win the division, but even if we can improve and get a couple more wins, that would be absolutely amazing. But we're going to go ahead, see what we can do in this offseason to make this team a bit better. We're going to go ahead, re-sign some of the players. Patrick Queen, definitely want to re-sign him. Along with Minkah Fitzpatrick, we'll go ahead and take Minkah back as well. We got Devon Achane to sign as well. 87 overall. Hopefully we'll get him up to superstar next year, but we'll just have to see how that kind of plays out. Here is free agency. We do really want some cornerback help. And I think the only really good one to go after here is going to be Kenny Moore. We'll have to see how that plays out. But again, I think our defense was maybe a little bit lacking. Not saying it's completely all on them, but I do think we could definitely use some defensive help. So Kenny Moore should help in the secondary of things. We'll just have to see about other free agents. Not really the best poll free agents-wise, if I'm going to be honest. Sometimes the polls for free agency in Madden are just not great, and this is looking like a bit of a sucker of a free agency poll. So we'll have to see. We'll keep an eye on it. If anyone really interests me, again, I will definitely send them a deal and show you guys. But for now, I think Kenny Moore is really the only one I am interested in. Lucas Van Ness, solid, but I don't think I'll go to him. But taking a look at this team again, Arch Manning, superstar dev. Marquise Brown, which is kind of surprising, superstar dev. Zach Sealer goes up to superstar dev. So now we have some more premium players here, which you'd love to see. And yeah, so far, I feel like the rebuild is going pretty well. Again, we're in year 3. We're going to be signing some people now, see if we can sign them. And it looks like we did end up signing Kenny Moore. So that one did go through, which you love to see, man. We really wanted his help. Now we're going to go off to the trades. Marquise Brown and a first-round pick for Garrett Wilson. Now I know what you're thinking. We just got Marquise Brown up to superstar dev. But I wanted a bit of a more dominant wide receiver, and I think Garrett Wilson will do that for us. Jalen Watson, Bradley Chubb, and an assortment of picks for Devon Witherspoon. Like I said earlier to you guys, this is year 3, your sophomore year for Arch. I want to get him as much help as possible. We're going the Rams route, F them picks. We're going for the Super Bowl this year, so we're just going to have to see kind of how it goes. Darius Cunningham, D tackle in the draft. You know, we need a little bit of D tackle depth, so I guess I'll be taking him for our selection in this draft. Unfortunately, he is normal dev, but solid stats all around. And yeah, now we are in year 3 after a 10-7 season and a wild card loss to the Houston Texans. We should improve. I mean, taking a look at this team again, it's kind of similar. We still have, you know, Jalen Waddle, but now we have Garrett Wilson and Cornell Tate. Also Arch Manning in his sophomore season with Kyle Pitts, another solid offensive line for him. And the defense is looking pretty good, especially with Devon Witherspoon. Zach Sealer upgraded as well. We still have Kyler Gordon and now Kenny Moore and Greg Newsome. So we have some really good corners here for sure. So hopefully this team should improve. We have a Monday night primetime game, week 1 against the Buffalo Bills. So we're going to see how this goes. And we'll go ahead and play a little bit as well. Arch Manning with the handoff. Devon A-Chain able to get a couple yards. Again, Monday night prime time. You love to see it, man. Hey, we're aiming for 11 to 12 win season, and hopefully we get to the Super Bowl this year. We'll just have to see. Jalen Waddle, though, towards the sideline, out of bounds as a first down and 10. Arch Manning will take the snap here, looking for A, and it's going to be caught. Only about 3 yards on that play, though, but good read by Arch Manning. Play action pass. Arch with some speed, now throwing on the run, able to find his receiver. That's going to be Garrett Wilson with the reception, the newly acquired wide receiver. Arch Manning now looking towards the corner, towards the sideline. It's going to be Noah Fant, our backup tight end, with the first down, and we're at the 25-yard line. So far, so good. Going to hand it off. We have a pretty big hole for Devon A-Chain, able to get about 6 yards on that play. Now Arch Manning under center. Let's see what we can do on this one. Going to go ahead, roll out towards the left side on the run. Can we find Devon? Can't quite get it there. He's actually going to get blown up. 3rd down and 4. Manning with a quick pass, and Washington with the reception and the first down as well. Manning taking a look here, waiting for X to clear. Gets hammered, but he'll find his receiver, Garrett Wilson, for the touchdown. And what a way to start off the year. We'll go ahead and sim the rest here. Buffalo scores a touchdown at 7-7. 14-7 in the 3rd quarter. Now it's going to be 14-14. And oh man, it's coming down to the wire, and it's going to be tied in overtime here. Gonna hop on a little bit of defense. So far, only really played offense so far, and we blow up James Cook, man. Love to see it. James Cook gets the handoff again, makes a nice move, and unfortunately will get the first down on that play. Time's taken. Again, this is regular season, so we could tie, and I really don't want to, but unfortunately, we might end up tying. I mean, it's better than a loss, but I really don't want to. Throw is up, and it is somehow caught. What is that animation? My goodness, EA, what are we doing? 1st down and 10. Allen gonna get hammered, though, and you love to see it. And let's see where the time is. 20 seconds left here. Allen looking quick pass, and it's gonna be blown up by our defense. And now it's a 3rd down and a mile. Allen has a lot of time here. Going to throw it towards the flat, and we're going to get a pretty nice tackle right there with 9 seconds left to go, man. All right, punt is up, and we might return it for a few yards and then just try a Hail Mary, but this game is looking like it's going to be a tie, unfortunately, which really sucks to start off the year, but it is what it is. Maybe Arch has a miracle in him. Arch waiting, has plenty of time. Going to lob one up. Maybe Jalen Waddle burns his man. And not quite. Double coverage. Arch Manning not able to throw it enough for Jalen Waddle to speed past him, and it's 17-17 as the tie for the Miami Dolphins. 2 tutties, 179 yards for Arch Manning. And I mean, hey man, Buffalo Bills, tough team, again, division rival. We have actually the similar type to the Bills, 87 overall, but now similar to the playoffs, what are we going to be? We're 7-9-1 along with the Bills. Do you guys look at what your screen says? We went from 10-7 to 7-9-1, even though our teams improved. Not to mention every team in our division won 7 games, and unfortunately we lose the tiebreaker, so we can't go to the playoffs and make some heroic Cinderella story. And oh, that is terrible. That is absolutely terrible. I mean, how does that even happen? What was this season, dude? Our entire division went 7 games. The Bills and the Dolphins, all 7-9-1 right there. We lose the tiebreaker to them, so we don't go to the playoffs. How do we regress? I mean, that doesn't make any sense to me. We were 10-7 last year with a rookie Arch Manning. Sophomore season for Arch, we put a few more better pieces around him. Remember the big trades I made at the beginning of the season, and we take a huge step back with this team. I was not expecting this. Arch Manning, way more passing yards for him, 37 tutties, 16 interceptions. We have, a little over 700 yards for rushing for Devon A-Chain. Taj Washington with a breakout, I guess. Jalen Waddle, over 1,000 yards. Love to see that. Garrett Wilson, almost 850. I mean, solid receiving from our receivers. But my goodness, that's crazy. All right, we're going to try and speed rebuild for this next year. I was just not expecting this at all. I mean, we don't go to the playoffs. We regress pretty badly, I would say. I mean, I was expecting to get 11 or 12 wins and obviously a pretty good playoff spot. But instead, we regress to a 7-win team. And we get, we're trying to pick up a few free agents right there. Landon Dickerson. We're going to trade Jalen Phillips for Jared Verse, a more dominant edge present. I feel like we're missing some of that. We're also going to draft a hidden dev free safety as well. We're going to pick up Dre Greenlaw. I can't, dude. I mean, Arch Manning is literally over a 90, which is pretty crazy. We still have Kyle Pitts, who upgraded to superstar, by the way. We have a complete star dev O-line. So again, there's just no reason why this team should not win more than 10 games. There's absolutely no reason. We have Jared Verse now, who's a more dominant edge rusher than Jalen Phillips. Again, we went F the picks route. You guys saw it. Our trade was Jalen Phillips and a bunch of picks for Jared Verse. So I'm really hoping this helps the team out this year again. I know that was really fast for that offseason right there. We were signing people very quickly. Trades, we drafted one premium guy, the free safety, but this is pretty much our last ditch attempt. And look at that, to start off the year we get a pretty faulty play, but Devon A-Chain with the touchdown from Arch Manning tipped off right there. Let's see if we can get a win week 1 though. Hopefully this season is different, man, because I was not expecting that. So we go 0-17 to 10-7. We're on the right track, and then we regress back to 7-9-1. Which sounds like the real-life Dolphins. We do get a week 1 win against the Pats after the sim, 24-17, and we are at 1-0. We're going to sim to the playoffs, man, and this has become more scary every time. Can we win more than 10 games? And no, we're back to where we were a couple years ago. We're back to 10-7 and the 7th seed. This time, though, the Patriots leading the division, 12-5. The Bills still in it as the 5th seed, 11-6, and we of course have to face the Patriots again for the wild card round of the playoffs, dude. What the heck is going on with the logic of the sim? Looks like we got a lot of wins in a row and then suffered pretty good losses throughout the season as well. Arch Manning, another really good year, 4,000 yards, 43 touchdowns to 10 interceptions. Arch is having himself quite the career so far. Over 1,000 for Devon. Cornell Tate, Garrett Wilson, and Jalen Waddle with some really solid receiving years for all of them. Defense, I wanted to take a look. Where is Jared Verse? Did he really help us at all? He got 6 sacks. That's seeming a little bit low. It's okay, but for what I traded for him, I would have expected at least double-digit sacks. And now for the playoffs, we are playing in the snow in New England. And by the way, what is happening here? We're going to dump it off to Hamilton, trying to get it to the 50-yard line, and we do. But if you guys notice on the field, what is this offensive? What is happening? My receivers are not on the field. So we have Devon Achane, who is in the right spot. We're throwing it to A. I got to check my depth chart. Is for some reason my DBs and other linemen in for me? What is happening for the receivers? No, it's still our Garrett Wilson, Cornell Tate, and Jalen Waddle. But as you take a look at the names, these are not our receivers. We do a little option. Arch Manning going to get tackled immediately. 3rd down and 10. And look at that. Linemen are at my tight end spot for whatever reason. Look at A. Look at 77 running for his life for the route right there. EA, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing? There's actually no way this is real. We just threw to Quinn Ewers, our backup quarterback, bro. No way this is real right now. Arch Manning throws Devon Achane, who is really our only reliable wide receiver right now. We have, I think, corners, backup quarterback. My goodness, this is rough. I mean, this is bad. Really, really bad. Devon Achane, we're going to try and run the ball as much as we can at this point because, again, we can't rely on wide receivers. It looks like Garrett Wilson was in on that play, and it looks like he might be in for this one as well. Arch, looking here. We're going to find our big 77 offensive lineman. Looks like he'll get us a yard. 3rd down and 9. Looking, Arch Manning looking, and it's going to be caught by Quinn Ewers. What is happening? And we get stopped on that one. Hopefully we can sneak it in, and we do that time. I don't understand what's going on. We'll see what the sim does. Hopefully the sim actually puts in our wide receivers and stuff, because that would be pretty tragic if they left in Quinn Ewers and our quarterbacks and stuff. 21-17. We have a minute left. So now I'm going to try and run the 1-minute drill and hopefully win this wild card game and upset the Patriots. And our O-lineman catches that one. 36 seconds left. Looks like we're going to find someone there. And now it's 2nd down and 8. 24 seconds left. And we have no timeouts as well. Arch back looking. We need a huge play. We're going to have to throw it out of bounds. 17 seconds left. Again, I don't think we have any timeouts, so we got to be quick here. Arch looking, sheds off, but we're going to find our only wide receiver on the field, Garrett Wilson, able to make the catch. Oh my goodness, time is running out. Less than 7 seconds. We have to spike the ball. We don't have a timeout. Arch, go. Arch, go. Get on the center. 2, 1 second left in the game, and we have to make the touchdown pass to who knows who. We do have Cornell Tate is in. So is Garrett Wilson. Okay, we got to look for those guys. Those are our only 2 reliable wide receivers. And O-line, we need some time here. We need some time. Come on, Arch. 1 second left. Arch with the snap. We get some time. A looks open. It's going to be Cornell Tate. And he's in for the touchdown. Unbelievable. So despite corners, backup quarterbacks coming in as wide receivers for whatever reason, we are able to pull off the upset at Foxborough and get the touchdown and win the game. Cornell Tate, I cannot believe this. I cannot believe it. I'm going to have to check the stats and see what exactly happened, who got what. You guys saw it. I literally threw a pass to Quinn Ewers earlier, who caught it, by the way, which is pretty incredible as it is. I just can't, dude. What are we doing? What receiving-wise? We'll check out the Dolphins. Cornell Tate, Estrada. What? There's Quinn Ewers with 3 receptions. What the heck? Austin Jackson is an O-lineman. Oh, my Lord. That is terrible. EA, Madden. This might actually just ruin the rebuild, if I'm being completely honest. And now we're facing the number 1 Chargers. The Los Angeles Chargers have the number 1 record. I'm going to try and pull off the upset, but once again, we have the same issue. I can't believe it. I mean, I guess I got to stop complaining about it. It is inevitable. So what I'm going to do is try and see what plays I have, because some plays I will have my tight ends and a couple of my, actual wide receivers. So we're going to just have to try and identify them and see if we can target them on that play. Arch Manning looking over the middle. Hamilton with a catch. It's a 1st down and 10 here. Let's see what we can do on this one. Manning backing in the pocket. We're going to try and throw to Garrett Wilson, and we force it into double coverage. That's an interception again. I had to try and target him. He was my only reliable wide receiver. We're going to try and sim it some of it here, and we're in the second quarter, and it's 13-0 against the number 1 AFC team in the Chargers. We really need a touchdown here no matter what. Arch looking. We have a lot of time actually, throwing over the middle, and somehow Quinn Ewers, our backup, is able to catch it. I really didn't want to play the rebuild like this, but this, EA is giving me no choice. Over the middle, and once again, we make the catch. Little less than 30 seconds left here. Arch on the run here. Can we make a play? We're going to try and throw it to B, and it's going to be Ewers with a drop. Normally, Ewers has catch those, but I guess not on that one. Arch looking. Want to try for Pitts, and it's not going to get there. Actually, almost intercepted, unfortunately. And now 13-0 in the third quarter. Looking quickly here, we're going to find Devon A-Chain, first down and 10. We really do need that touchdown still. Arch looking for A, and that's going to be the lineman who's going to drop it. What else do you expect here? Looking, and we finally get our touchdown in the corner of the end zone. Who even is number 18, bro? That is our third string QB, it looks like. Eddie Estrada. Eddie Estrada just caught our first touchdown. Can you believe that? Arch Manning, though, rolling out, looking, and what a throw. My goodness, let's freaking go, Arch. And we QB sneak it in. 45 seconds, but we just didn't get enough time. We didn't get the onside kick, and we lose 16-14, unfortunately. I mean, I think that's it, guys. I'm going to be honest. I've tried for a good amount of time. We've kind of ruined the team now. We've given away a lot of our picks. We have some older veterans now on this team, which might be actually regressing, which kind of sucks. We're going to go ahead, sim 10 years. Maybe we get lucky and the Dolphins win a Super Bowl within those 10 years, but I kind of doubt it. It's difficult, man. I got to say, it is quite difficult. Just, if we actually had our wide receivers and our actual offense out there, I think we could have made a play for the Super Bowl and kind of, played the sim and also played our way into the Super Bowl, see how it went. But because we were using Quinn Ewers as a wide receiver and our backup, our third string quarterback, and our offensive linemen as tight ends, again, that's not my fault. It is EA Madden. I think it's a glitch. It must be, or something. And taking a look throughout the Super Bowls, yeah, no, it doesn't look like we made it at all. Unbelievable, man. Arch Manning, I mean, he was having good years with the Dolphins, and our best we could do is 2 years of 10-7 with a solid squad. He's on the Chargers now after 10 years. He's had a lot of passing yards. Looks like he's had a pretty dang good career. And again, it looks like he's still going with the Chargers. Funnily enough, the team that we lost to there. So that is going to do it for the video. I hope you guys did enjoy this one. I will label this rebuild as a fail. Unfortunately, after, 4 years, we could not help this Miami Dolphins team. Again, our best years were 10-7 at the 7th seed. Couldn't win the division, couldn't win more than 10 games. It felt impossible, especially after I realized we were playing with not our offense. So kind of sucks there. But if you guys want to see me do other rebuilds or other video ideas, please let me know in the comments down below. Please leave a comment regardless of what you like about this video. What are you guys' thoughts on this one? Please do leave a comment down below. But thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please make sure you guys like, subscribe, share the video. It means the world to me. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.